of the year.
Is that when you won Angler of the Year? 96.
It sounds like 1897. There you go.
Thank you, James. And congratulations to all those winners. Everybody that fished this year knows how tough it was. Certainly, I went from, I ain't going to say it's sugar, but it went south from there. But anyway, it was tough. You know, it was several tournaments, of course, that I didn't catch any keeper fish. And, I know everybody out here experienced some of that. I do see things getting better as we move into 2010, and we look forward to that. Well, I was very honored last year to have won Angler of the Year. It totally caught me off guard. I think I was in about 4th place going into the last day, and things just happened to fall in place. As you can tell from the picture that James was showing a while ago, I was completely surprised. Stunned, really had to go back to a calculator somewhere and recalculate that thing several times before I could actually believe it. But it's been a great honor. I've been in the club probably about 15, 16 years. I think you all know that there's a great group of people here, and everybody pitches in and helps when they are called on to help, and you know, I can only say thank you for that. With that being said, this person that I'm about to introduce to you as Angler of the Year, he will do anything for anybody. You just call him and ask him. He's a class act in every part of his life. We know the fishing was tough, and this goes to prove exactly where the saying comes from: when the going gets tough, the tough get going. And I saw him out there on the Saturday of the last tournament. He looked like a little bumblebee out there on the water. Zoom here, zoom there. I heard the story that he didn't even use any bait that day, that he was just all over him. You went in a small boat, right? I saw him go by me 3 times, moving to different areas, and that could have been a real key to winning this. He's undoubtedly one of the best fishermen on the lake, has been for many years, one of the most dedicated members of this club. It's just quite an honor to introduce Lee Thomas, 2009.
I figure now's a good time and this is a good place. And by the way, I ate one of them big gut-busting bean burritos for lunch, and then I topped it up with that good barbecue. So if you hear something that sounds like an outboard engine back there, you know what it is. You gotta get people's attention before you get started. I typically don't write anything down, but I sat down the other night and I wrote a few things down just because I just didn't want to miss anything. And I know when you get up here, emotions are going wild and you forget things, and so I'm going to read it straight from the paper that I wrote it on. First off, I'd like to thank my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, for giving me the ability and the opportunity to fish and be a part of such a great striped bass fishing club. Because without him, none of this is possible. I thank him for our safety as a club during the year. You think about all the times that we pre-fished and we practiced and we went running around of all the safety we had. I know Rick had a close call, and Rick, you know, I thank the world of Bassing. I'm glad you're here tonight with us. You know, just the incident, we learn from our experiences and move on. I'd like to thank my wife. wife mostly for her support and encouragement that she's given me throughout the year. She's pushed me at times that I didn't want to be pushed. I can remember the calls. How many you got? Any big ones? What's the problem? What do you mean no keepers? What do you mean only 2 keepers? Have you tried this? Have you tried that? Have you been here? Have you been there? The list goes on. But I want to thank you. I want to thank the club members for their support through the years, and especially this year. The encouragement and the occasional pat on the back, and trust me, it means a lot. Mr. Ed's gone. He's gone to be with the Lord. But I wonder what Mr. Ed would have said if he'd have been here. Knowing that I've won this year, I can only imagine what he would say. He always had a good word and plenty of support, and I always had something comical to say, and he'll truly be missed. I'd like to thank my son and fishing partner, Craig, for putting up with me all year. I know it's tough, and you ought to see us out there when we don't have a fish in that boat. Man, you talking about some raggedy nerves. But then when we do put some fish in the boat, how things change. So thank you, Craig, for putting up with me. I want to thank my daughter-in-law, Ashley, for putting up with us as a team. All she heard about all year long was fishing, fishing, fishing. That's all she heard about. She heard about plan A. She heard about plan B. She heard about do this, do that. So thank you, Ashley. The bad part about that is it's going to start over. I want to thank the officers of the club, all y'all guys who gave of yourselves, and your commitment and your dedication to the club. So thank you for your time and for all that you've done and your sacrifice. I encourage every angler to get involved with the Midland Striper Club and to be a part of the greatest striped bass fishing club there is that I know of. Some of the best people, the people here are what make this club up. And there are some good people here. And I can't tell you the amount of friendships that I've gained just by this club. These anglers are some of the best in all of the land. And I've been, I like to say quite a few places and fished with a lot of people. But the best ones are right here. The members of this club are what make this club so good. And lastly, I'd like to thank you for allowing me to be a part of this club. Thank you.